So picture this. You and I met each other on a wonderful trip in Thailand because we got rich. We got rich. We got rich together because I built my business and you started Project 10K, which got you shitting money. Link in the description, by the way. And we're walking through an apple tree forest. And we're just walking and walking and walking. And we're looking at the beautiful apples hanging from the trees and the beautiful deep brown woody color on the bark. And we're just walking. We're talking about life. We're talking about philosophies, deep philosophies that even the gods of Olympus couldn't comprehend. It's very deep. And then all of a sudden I look at you, right? We're walking. Then I look at you. And then I tell you, bro, bet. Fuck. Get me an orange. And then you look at me and you're like, what? What do you mean? It's all apples here. What do you mean? And I look at you and I say, boy, get me an orange. Get me an orange. There's only apples here, Ali. What do you mean? What do you mean get me an orange? Then I look at you again and I'm getting angry. Boy, I want a fucking orange. Get me an orange. I want an orange. And then you're scratching your head and it's like, what the fuck is this guy on? He's telling me to get him an orange. There's only apple trees here. I can't pick out an orange from an apple tree. Boy, if you do not get me an orange, all of these apples will fit inside you within the next 30 seconds. Get me an orange. And all of a sudden you get scared. And the next scene is... the next scene is you lying on the ground and me shoveling fucking apples. Money doesn't grow on trees because you plant apple trees. Fucking idiot. It's the same way oranges don't grow on apple trees. If you plant an apple seed and you expect oranges to grow out of the apple seed, you're a fucking idiot. You're mentally damaged. So herein and therein lies the issue. I hear this all the fucking time. Money doesn't grow on trees, bro. Money doesn't grow on trees. And I understand it's an analogy, it's a metaphor, you know, you're trying to be philosophical and you're trying to be fucking metaphysical and all these fancy terms, right? And you didn't fucking pass grade 12 English. Anyway, you're trying to be metaphorical and you're trying to be, you know, all these kinds of things. Fine. Let's play the game of metaphors and analogies and I will beat you at your own game and I will prove to you that money grows on trees. You know Marshall Silver. Marshall Silver is a man who is a business consultant for Fortune 500 companies. Fortune 500 companies are basically, in basic terms, the 500 richest companies in the world by order, right? So number 1, Apple. Number 2, Amazon. I don't know the numbers. I don't know which ones, right? But you get the point. 1, Apple. 2, Amazon. 3, fucking OnlyFans. You get the point, right? So it's like the 500 richest companies. And this guy, Marshall Silver, he's a business consultant for each, like, all of them. He's an independent like contractor. He goes around. Basically, all these companies, they beg for him. They want him to like be their consultant. They want them to give them advice. They really want this guy, Marshall Silver. And Marshall Silver once said, make money work for you or you will always work for money. Let's talk about how to make money grow on trees. So, first you want to find the seed. With every plant, with every tree, it begins with a seed. You find the seed. Now this seed is what is called the business model. Is what are you gonna start? How are you gonna start planting the tree? How are you gonna make money grow out of it? You find a seed, a money seed. And many of you have a problem of like, how do I find this? How do I get a seed? The seeds are everywhere. All you need to do is look around. I have this friend, and this friend, he studies at university and he's studying like computer science. He wants to be like a data analyst for financial companies or something. And I always tell him, bro, why don't you start like a business? Why don't you start something that could make you money right now? And he's like, well, I don't really want to do that, and I don't know how I would do it. Like, I don't know which idea. There's too many business ideas. I don't really want to do YouTube. I don't want to do like, I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to have, like, he doesn't know, right? And then I tell him, well, since you want to have connections in the, you know, the financial industry and all that sort of like deep stuff, I tell him, why don't you market for these people? There's your business idea. Start an SMA for financial companies. There's your business idea. And therein, you get your connections, you get your money, you get your network. Because he wouldn't start his business because he thought he needed the network to start it. Well, you don't just spawn in with the network, you get the network by climbing up in the business world. So you start marketing for these people, all of a sudden you know the CEOs of these companies. So you market for them, and now you have the connections, and then you start your own business instead of instead of just trying to get a job there and then, right? So you market for them, and then you get the connections, and then you branch out and you start your own business. There, in that moment, he said something funny actually. He said, "You know what, Ali? That was the, that was the smartest thing you've ever said in your life." Obviously, he was joking, but you get the point. Therein, he got the seed. There is his seed. Now he has a seed. The same way you must find yourself a seed. Now, if you want to find a seed that I give you, bro, I basically fucking give you the seed in your hand. All you need to do is plant it. Click the first link in the description, bro. This can get you fucking uber, like stupid rich. So you get the seed, right? You have a seed now with you. Whatever business it is, maybe it's the seed I give you. You plant the seed. So now you planted the seed, which means you get to work, systems in place. You start sitting down on the laptop, you start working on the computer, you start something, okay? You're putting the systems in place. The seed is planted. You've planted it in the ground and the systems are in place. Now, let's begin. This is where most people fail. This is where you water the seed every single day for months and months and months and months and months and months, and you see no growth in the seed. The seed is still under the soil. You can't see under the soil. Soil isn't transparent unless you live in Mars. You can't see the fucking soil. It's just brown shit, right? And you're just planting and planting and you're watering. Sorry, you're watering the seed and you see no growth. And most people, 99% of people, not you because you're part of our brotherhood, 99% of people, which is your competition, which is why it's so fucking easy to win nowadays, they water the plant and it's like 2 days later, it's like, what? There's nothing came out. Well, I guess we move on. That seed was malfunctional. I guess the problem is in the seed, it wasn't that I didn't plant it for enough, it's the seed. I didn't plant it enough. I didn't water it enough. Sorry, it's just the seed is shit, right? So they're like, okay, fine, I'm done with the seed, whatever, move on. The seed dies. Gone. But you will water the seed and water it days, weeks, months, possibly even years if your seed takes a little longer. But eventually, you will see the first sign of growth. And even when you see the first signs of growth, you're going to look and you're going to get happy. Of course, we now see the tiniest little stem sprout out of that soil. You're happy. But you keep on watering it, and you keep on watering it, and you keep on watering and watering and watering. And it grows taller and taller and taller, and more signs of growth are happening. Now, a little leaf is coming out of the side of this stem. And this one, and this one, and this one is growing taller and taller and taller. And you're very excited. And one day, my friend, this is growing super fucking tall, and the leaves are coming out, and all of a sudden, on one of the leaves, you see the signs of one fruit. One green, magnificent fruit. The fruit that you've been waiting for so long. You see one growing and you get super excited. Finally, I can finally have my own, You're so excited, right? But what do? You pluck out the seed, the fruit when it's barely growing? No. You're smart. You're not an idiot. You see your first signs of money, but you keep on planting and watering. You keep watering and watering and watering and watering, and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows further. And now all of a sudden you see these little fruits coming out of everywhere. These green fruits are just falling out of the tree. But what do? You keep watering the plant. You keep watering the plant, and all of a sudden the plant is turning into a tree. The plant is turning into a tree. The bark is becoming brown and hard, and it's growing and it's getting taller and taller and taller and taller. And these green fruits are coming out and you are so excited, but you keep on watering and watering and watering. And all of a sudden, it just becomes this magnificent tree. And you know what you just planted, my friend? You just planted a tree out of which money grows. This is your first successful business. You have a tree and money grows out of it. Business, the way I like to do it actually, gives you financial, location, and time freedom. There is your fucking money tree. Now you've stopped planting apple trees and you have your money tree. You have your money tree. But what do? You're not satisfied, right? Are you? One tree, what are you gonna do with that? It's just like fucking what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10K a month? That's just one thing. So what do you do now? You want more. You want more of this magnificent green fruit. Well, just like with any tree, you grab the fruits and you start planting them in the soil around. And you do the same process over and over and over and over again. And now instead of having one tree that gives you money, you have 10. Now what this means is that you are expanding your income. You've expanded your connections. You've expanded your network. You've expanded your business realms. Instead of just being a YouTuber now you're a YouTuber. You have people trading for you because they're grateful for you because you taught them. You're a YouTuber and you're also into real estate and you're also into trading and you're also into SMMA and you're also into you have an editing agency. You're expanding your income. You're expanding. You're coaching. You have a product. You have a course. These are new and different trees that you've been planting, and now you have different income streams. That's awesome. But you are not satisfied. You get tired almost. You get tired, and it gets a bit too much trying to water all of these tens, hundreds of plants, of trees every single day. You have to carry a fucking bucket, and it gets tiring. It takes a toll on you. So what do? You offer fruits to random people to water the trees for you. And what this is called outsourcing. You're outsourcing to other people now. So instead of you watering the tree every single day, watering all fucking 15 trees every 3 hours, you say, I'm gonna give you 10 fruits per hour, but you water these trees every single day for me. And I don't want to say, if one of these trees dies, it's your fault and you will fucking pay for it. Okay? But you water these trees. And all of a sudden, you have people working for you. You have employees. You have perhaps a copywriter, an editor, a trader, a coach that coaches for you. These are your employees, the people you pay to water the trees for you. And now you get to plant more trees and more trees, but you stopped watering them. The trees just, the fucking fruits, the money just comes to you. And you don't even need to water them anymore because other people do it for you. But you're making a shitload of money. You're getting a lot of fruits. A lot of green, magnificent fruits, but you are not satisfied. So what do you do next? So now you start traveling around the world and you start visiting different money forests. And what do? Well, you grab buckets, big buckets, and you start placing them under the trees to collect some money, to collect some fruits from others. And what this is, my friend, is investing. This is investing into the stock market. This is investing into other companies. This is investing into other companies. And you're doing it. Simply, all you did was just place buckets there. Not only do you have your own forest, but you have the collection of other people's fruits. This, my friend, is how you invest to stay wealthy and rich. Because you get to a point where it's like, okay, you have your own shit, but now it's time to invest. But you only invest after you have your own forest. And it goes back full circle. It starts with the seed. And most of you are stuck at the point where you don't even have the seed. Or maybe you do have the seed, but you barely water it. And so it just dies and you have to plant again and again and again and again. It goes back full circle. I just showed you the entire journey of what waits ahead of you. My seed lasts 6 months, right? It's 6 months and then you have a forest. It's a pretty fucking quick seed. So, it's Project 10K, first link in the description. But again, it comes back full circle, brother. into that one seed. So either find that seed your way, the hard way, the long way, or you take my seed. First link in the description, brother. Take care.